storm had followed me for miles. Rain clung to the windshield like it wanted to drown me where I sat, the wipers fighting a losing battle. I should have kept driving. I should have listened to that gnawing feeling in my gut when the highway signs started vanishing behind sheets of rain. But then I saw it through the haze, a building half swallowed by the night. The Harrington Hotel, its neon sign flickered like it was gasping its last breath, the letters barely holding together. HARRIN2EL. I pulled into the lot, tires skidding on wet gravel. I wasn't here for luxury, just shelter. But the moment I stepped out of my car, I swear I heard it, my name, whispered from somewhere high up in the black windows. The front doors opened without resistance, swinging inward as if they'd been waiting for me. The lobby smelled of damp carpet and salt water, the kind of smell that clings to you like guilt. Behind the reception desk sat a man in an ill-fitting suit. His skin had the color of candle wax, his eyes just a shade too dull. "One room?" he asked. I nodded. His fingers hovered over the dusty ledger, flipping a few pages before stopping. "Room 6, he said flatly. "Nobody ever books it, but you're in luck tonight." He handed me a brass key with a tag that felt unnaturally cold. The metal seemed to vibrate in my hand, almost like it was humming, and I could have sworn I saw the corner of his mouth twitch, not into a smile, but into something closer to pity. The hallway stretched longer than it should have. Each step echoed unnaturally, bouncing back to me in delayed fragments, as though something further down was answering my footsteps. Room 2, room 4, room 5, and then room 6. The door was different from the others, its wood darker, almost blackened, the number carved deep like a wound. I slid the key into the lock. Click. The instant it turned, I felt the air change thicker, heavier, like the room itself was aware of me. And when I stepped inside, the light bulb above me buzzed to life on its own. The room looked normal. Bed neatly made, curtains drawn tight, small nightstand with a cracked lamp. But it was too neat, like it had been staged for someone who never showed up. I set my bag down, the floorboards groaning in response. That's when I heard it. My name, clear as day, spoken in my own voice. It came from the far corner of the room, but there was nothing there. I turned, heart pounding, and the closet door creaked open an inch. Inside, darkness thicker than any shadow I'd seen before. I barely slept. Every time my eyes closed, I'd hear it, my name whispered in different voices. My mother's, my childhood friends, my own. At 3:07 a.m., I woke to find the lamp on. I didn't remember turning it on. The closet door was now halfway open, and on the inside of the wood, carved deep enough to splinter, were words, "Welcome back." My breath caught. My skin prickled. I'd never been here before. But had I? The room seemed to lean closer around me, the air colder with each passing second. I turned away from the closet, only to find the bed occupied. A figure lay under the sheets, perfectly still. I froze. The figure in the bed didn't move, not even to breathe. My mind raced between two choices: pull the sheets away or run. My hand trembled as I reached forward. The blanket collapsed inward, as if whatever was underneath had just vanished. But the mattress still bore the fresh imprint of a body. My heart slammed against my ribs. And then the closet door slammed shut behind me with enough force to shake the frame. A voice whispered at my ear, so close I felt the breath. "Don't leave me again." I didn't sleep after that. I sat upright on the bed, watching the door, waiting for dawn. But instead of sunlight, I got something else. A faint scrrrrch against the wall. At first, I thought it was pipes, until the scratching formed shapes. Words. I watched in horror as something invisible carved into the peeling wallpaper. "We remember." Another line appeared beneath it. "Now it's your turn." My breath quickened. My hand found the door handle locked. From the inside, I hadn't locked it. I searched the room for another way out: bathroom, window, anything. The bathroom was small, damp, with a cracked mirror above the sink. My reflection wasn't moving right. My chest rose and fell slower in the glass, my eyes blinking out of sync. Then it smiled at me. My lips didn't move, but its did. The sound came next, wet and close. "You've always been here." The lights flickered, and for half a second, there was another figure standing behind me in the mirror, tall, pale, mouth too wide. When the light steadied, it was gone. But water dripped from the mirror's surface, even though it wasn't raining inside. I finally forced the door open, but the hallway wasn't the same. It stretched into darkness on both ends. No windows, no other doors. The carpet was soaked, my footsteps splashing in water that wasn't there a moment ago. At the far end stood the desk clerk, his face pale and wet, his suit dripping. He lifted his hand, beckoning me forward. I didn't want to move, but my legs carried me anyway, each step sinking deeper into the floor. Halfway there, the lights went out, and when they came back, he was gone. Only the door to room 6 remained, standing open, waiting. I should have run. I should have screamed. Instead, I stepped back into the room. The bed was gone. The closet gone. Only the walls remained, covered floor to ceiling in carvings of my name. And then I understood. These weren't just walls. They were a record, a list. Every person who'd ever stayed here. My name had been there before I arrived. I felt the air grow heavy. A deep rumble shook the floor. The ceiling split open, and darkness poured in like smoke, swallowing the room. The last thing I heard wasn't my own scream. It was the hotel itself, whispering my name over and over. Hundreds of voices speaking as one. And when I opened my eyes, I was standing behind the desk, wearing an ill-fitting suit, waiting for the next storm.